Greetings. Welcome to the Tai Chi course. I'm Michael Gilman. We have a wonderful lesson today, very unusual class. It's on what's called the short stick, or the 3 powers stick. And in China, during the olden days, the sort of lower classes were not allowed to carry weapons. And so the older people, or a lot of people, carried walking sticks around. And so they developed a form of self-defense based around this stick, what's called a short stick. So this form is not very well known and not particularly well practiced, and I'm happy to introduce it to you. And it's a very useful form because one can always find a stick lying around. And I tell the story to my classes. After I first learned this form, I used to go for walks at night, and I still do. I go for a walk at night, and in our neighborhood there was this big dog, and he was a big bully. And my wife and I would be walking around at night, and it would be dark, and we'd be walking down the street. All of a sudden, this dog would come charging out of nowhere, growling with his hackles up, and scare the living daylights out of us. And he always seemed to catch us, we were stargazing or something. And this dog was just had it in for us. So after I learned this form, first night I learned it, I went out and I carried my walking stick or cane with me. And out came Sydney. His name was Sydney. Out came Sydney. I just pointed the stick right at Sydney. I said, "No, Sydney." Just like that. Just looked right at him and pointed right to him. And lo and behold, he stopped in his tracks, and he never bothered me after that. So there's a testimonial for you. Oh, anyway, this is a great thing to carry, and it's a fun form. And it's a short form. There's only 11 movements per side. This is a partner form, and there's 2 people involved, and there's an A side and a B side. And this can be practiced as a solo form, the A side transitioning into the B side, and one can practice it as a solo form, and it becomes quite a nice short form and very interesting. So it's called the 3 powers form because we're concerned, as in all the weapons and all of the martial techniques of Tai Chi, there's a low, a middle, and an upper level. And then we call these the powers. And this stick very clearly demonstrates how you attack one, and then you go to another, and you go to another, fake low, go high. And so I think you'll find this very interesting and enjoyable. Okay, so my partner for this lesson is going to be Stephanie Morrell, who you all know. And so if you would come on in, Stephanie. So greetings. I didn't, if you could get a close-up, we could say here's our 2 sticks. So this one that I'm holding is a traditional stick. You notice that has a bulge on the end. And this is so when I hold it, if Stephanie were to pull it, she'd grab it and pull it, it wouldn't pull easily out of my hand. It's got a little grip on it. And Stephanie, I don't know where she picked this up, sort of a traditional, kind of a walking stick. Mm-hmm. And hers is shorter. Traditionally, the stick goes up to about your belly button. So she's got a shorter belly button than I do, or I should say closer to the ground. Okay, so you can use anything. This is made out of cocoa bull, and somebody made it for me. I think it's quite attractive. It's quite a bit heavier. Stephanie's is quite a bit lighter. Bamboo makes a very nice cane or stick to use when practicing this form because it's light and flexible, and you can move it around fast. Now, as always, we're going to start off. You start off the forms very slowly. You do the forms very slowly when you're learning them. And as you progress, they become faster and faster. And at some point, it just becomes very quick. In the studio at the time, we have a small studio, so we probably won't be jumping around and going very quickly. But it's more important that you see all of these techniques and how to do it. This is something that you can really learn at home pretty easily. So what we're going to do, how we're going to do is, first is we're going to demonstrate, go through the form. I will be A, and Stephanie will be B, and then we're going to have a transition, and Stephanie will be, then she'll switch to A, and I will be B. After that, we'll break it up and look at the applications of all these movements clearly, so you understand what's going on. Then we're going to break it up, look at the A side, look at the B side, and then we'll put it all back together again. So I think it'll be fun and hopefully informative for you. All right, so we're going to demo first. Now, this is the first week that Stephanie has her own microphone, so this is going to be interesting.
Won't get me to shut up, but all right.
No, everybody wanted to know what Stephanie's voice sounded like, and so here we go. Okay, so you start off just slightly past an easy reach. Okay? So that if she wanted to poke me, she would have to make a step, or I would have to make a step. Okay, so here we go. We bow to our partner. Now she's transitioning now. We finished the form, and now I'm B and she is A. So that's fun, done about as slowly as we comfortably could do it.